Yeah, okay, let's boil in back here. Yeah, let's start. So on today's tutorial, we're talking about structures. A structure is similar to classes, but as course similar. It's not that similar, but it's similar just in terms of a structure, not in terms of the structure. Yeah. About how it's built, yeah, it's quite similar, but it's not the same thing. Structure settings ku-C programming, object oriented programming banayo ku-C programming don't struct. Yona yenza code yaberetele kakuhle ngoba ibhala i-program basebenzisa i-structures. Now C++ structures ziyasetshenziswa, but most of the time basebenzisa ntoni classes. So before I continue, ngivakala one more or one last time. Ngiyavakala. I need someone to respond.
Yes, uyavakala.
Yeah, uyavakala.
Sure. Sure. So abstract is a user-defined data type, which is sure.
Ushare screen apha kuma
Sure,
noma yintoni awuveli. Ndithandana ushare screen noma kwenzeka ntoni because apha kuma aveli.
Yeah, ndisherile sivela siyavela wabanye.
Ya la kum sivelile.
Ya sivelile nakum Rams.
I think
Hayi,
in
network. Network. Kodwa ngabuqhuba
Yeah. Yeah. So abstract is a user-defined data type, which is a collection, which is a collection of different variables, which is a collection of variables of different data types. So abstract is on a collection of variables. Let me create a class which is a student, so that we can. So class student is private into string name and public then student string. So a class is also a user-defined data type. A class is a collection of variables as well as functions. So look at this piece. This piece consists of a function, and this part consists of variables, but they are encapsulated on a single class. So classes, they use the concept of encapsulation. So they are encapsulated. Variables and classes are encapsulated on a single entity, which is a class. But on struct, there are only variables inside the struct. On struct, there are only variables inside the struct. But on a class, there is a combination of variables as well as functions. So that is the difference between the class and the struct. Guys, siyevana sonke nisekhona ngaba ndithetha nodwa xa ndiconnecte ngezinye ii-devices zethu, so funeka ndenze sure uba all the time ndiyevakala. Sure. I see a thumbs up. That means we're fine. So, okay, so struct is the user-defined data type, which is a collection of variables of different data type. So let's compare struct, the array, and the class. The array is one of the user-defined data type, but the array is a collection of elements of the same data type. Elements of the same data type, which are array. Then structure or a user-defined data type, which is a collection of the variables of the different data types. The class is a collection of a class is a user-defined data type, which is a collection of functions and variables of different data types. So we are trying to make a difference between the three. I hope niyazile. Differences, as well as differences. For udlule. It's just we have to at least space better reference. Yeah, I hope yeah. So let's proceed. So even instructors, instruct now as a program is separate into three separate files, which is like okay, this one. We have to have a struct, which is the file that will contain struct and a prototype of a function, as well as the function of implementation is a prototype or a function declaration, as well as a application file or a test application file. So funeka sibe neefayile ezintathu nalapha kwi-struct, okanye kwi-structures, funeka sibe neefayile ezintathu, just like on the classes, funeka iifayile zibe yi-3. Zinzi, nisekhona? I need a voice. Beningekho ingxaki eklasini, so I'm not sure if niyafollow it. Abanye bebekhona, so yes, Pele. Okay, let's move on. Let's not waste time. So, let's siye functions or function prototype. Function prototypes. So these are function prototypes. So snap function prototype for getting data. Excuse me. Snap function prototype for getting data. This one on line number 11. On line number 11, there is a function prototype for getting data. So, ligama le-struct eli kube address operator, kube object as a parameter. Then sibe ne-function prototype for printing data. And then inegama le-struct ne-object kwi-parameter. Then masidlule seku-implementation file. Le file bekuyile student.h, which is, okay, masibuyele back. Student igama le-struct, struct is a ++ keyword, then there's variables is inside of struct. That's not functions up inside the struct. Unlike the class apho business functions. And go class stage bunjani. That's a class stage. The class stage in variables as well as in the functions inside. And then we'll call the class definition iphela pha. Xa ungayifakanga la semicolon, uza kuhlaba uLloyd. Even ne-struct ke kunjalo. Xa ungayibhalanga la semicolon uzohlala. Then telegram size apha ke what? Size apha ku-student, which is the class, is a student. Apha ku-student by default, members which are inside the class student by default they are private. They are private. By default, all the members inside the class are private, including the member functions as well as the member variables. Then on struct, all the members inside the struct are public by default, which is the opposite of the class. And then asina constructors struct, asina default construct, asina parameter construct, but we class nandon the default constructor bene parameter constructor. Parameter construct is used to initialize the variables. Oh, sorry, default construct is used to initialize the variables, which is this one. Default constructor. Default constructor is used to initialize the variables, and the parameter constructor, it modifies the data. It modifies the data. Yeah. So masihluleni ke ngosiye focus on other step or implementation yantoni ye-struct. Xa sithetha nge-implementation yantoni ye-struct, qaliseke le iklasi ngu-student. Akuyo-project ke onizihambela yodwa, but noma siyiseva yeka nje ngesiphazamisi, hayibo, until ivale futhi. Save changes. Yes. Save it. Okay. Save. Go away. Yeah. So nansi implementation yantoni ye-struct as follows. So hashtag include string. If a string with struct inside, just like this, now also include on top. Now also include with hashtag include string. Hashtag include input output string using the standard. Also found on the string. Then implementation. Implementation have to include that string hashtag include input output string hierarchy using the standard hashtag include student.age. This is the most important part. Hashtag include student.age. So in that part, we're including this file that has a struct set. Now, so this file that has a struct as well as the prototype set. So include this file, which has a structure set and the function prototype set. So must define as function prototype play implementation file. Void, which is a return type, non-return type, get data, the function, then the parameter student, then a parameter which is the common struct student, being reference, being address operator, be variable to an objective. Then you can second one inside the function you get data. So the function you can name it for input data, writing data. It's up to you about when you but everything you retrieve and all data. There you go. After it data say retrieve directly, even though you're outside the class. There you go. But say receive and done directly. There you go. Was a servants and on the object. I was a servants object. And on a gamma variable. Because in turn a public variable a public variable. So servants object and on a gamma variable to what to to insert data variable. Then same applies when you want to access load data. So team servants object here and a camera net operate and a camera operate. The operate is used to access what is used to retrieve the data to at the center, is used to import the data inside the variable or inside the object. Operate. Then can go upper sitting the prompt to use of line number 7. I enter the name. Then on this line number 8, use the topic Kamala. Then they accept and doing accept Kamala will variable in the name. A variable in name is inside this variable or this object in the student. Same applies with age. This is not age. It's a student number. Now, I just give it a student number. Follow age. Just student number. God. I will. Found a student number. Then line number 10. Yeah, a service is student number. They use this is a console input. Remember. Incidence extraction operator. Then now must print data yethu. Sifakele data yethu ku variables. Sifakele kule variable name data yethu. Which is by igama lomuntu kule variable name. Then ngaphinde wakhona le variable ngoba student. Safaka ntoni? Safaka i-student number. Seso student. Hayibo. Safaka i-student number. Phi le variable ngoba student number. Now, siyahambe siye phana kule function ngu-print data. So le function ngu-print data sengayithi igama uthi noba ngu-display, noba uthi print data, display data, it's up to you. But yona yothini yeyoku-accessa intoni ii-variables zethu. That means yeyoku-accessa ntoni i-data inside the variables, which is print. Yayibona? So kahle kahle apha ku-print data sifuna uprinta intoni? Sifuna uprinta i-data yethu. So sifuna uthatha i-data phi inside iya-variable yakho njalo public, because solwe public apha kwi-structures intoni i-data yethu. Yayibona? Then ke ngoku sibuyele back. Sibuyele back. Akho private. Akho nto ithetha ngo-private. So asinazo set functions ne-get functions. Uyazi loo nto. Hayibo. Size apha kwi-main function. So kwi-main function ke ngoku funeka uphinde udeclare object again. You have to declare object again. So at this stage, first you have to include student.h. You have to include student.h. You have to include that filing one in student.h. Then ke ngoku apha ke ngoku you have to declare object here. You have to declare object here. Undoni object? Object i-variable kwayona. Then all student abe yintoni? Abe yi-data type. So now sine-data type ngu-student, which is esiqala ngo-capital letter, non-verbal object, so that uzoyibona uba kunyanzelekanga ndibhalela student object. So kwenzeka ntoni? So object i-variable yethu lena kwi-memory zofike igcine ntoni? Ii-variables of different data types. Yayibona? Yiyo lezo fike igcine ezi variables of different data types, or string, name, int, student. Yayibona? That's print data object. Then ngomase apho kwenzeka ntoni? Line number 5. On line number 5 siyakhola ke ngoku function call. Function call. Sikhola eyiphi function? Engu-get date, which is izokwenza ntoni xa sikhola yona? izothini izotsho ithi igethe ntoni i-data p from the user. Yayibona, izotsho retrieve i-data from, ithatha i-data from the user ifake kwezaa variables ephi inside the object. Sine-different data types. Yayibona. Then nalapha ke ngoku function call le sikhole iphi function le ngu-print date. Hayibo, le function ngu-print date yona yenza ntoni? Yiyo le izothatha i-data yethu i-print. Hayibo, yiyo le izothatha i-data yethu ithini i-print. Mani ke ngoku sisekhona sonke, isevakala esiphiwo. Yes. Oh, sure. Thumbs up. Yeah. Function call. Then can go. Let's proceed. Let's proceed. Okay. Let's actually print. Let's run it and see if it's working well. Yeah, bugs is corner, some sort. Combine along with the bar, just in a bar. Oh, no errors, no warnings. Good. Let's see it in action. Oh, good. Try to close that. You see now it's asking for me to enter a name. So how does it know that it's supposed to do that? That's the implementation file. So it now enter name. So that means execute line number 7. Execute line number 7. Now, it enter name. That means line number 7 on implementation file. I will say it. Save implementation file. Say pumila main file. I will say pumila for function. Say pumila file. Say execute file. Puma till as a execute line number 6. Line number 7. Puma line number 7. And there's a list space. Hapo nizobhala khona intoni igama lakho. Yabo, libhala igama lakho. Yabo. Tyhini? And yathi man, yathi enter student number. Enter student number execute ke ba line number enter line number 9. Yabo. Line number 9. Ball. Oh, enter student number. Actually invest a space about student number. Oh, that means we'll execute line number 10. Because of 19, the palindon student number space. This is bar. Oh, then actually print the date and then go. Change. Cutting the multiplier and it's a little more actually apart. Student date. compile. So now I'm prompting the user, this student data is landless. So enter the name, student number. Oh, student data. Actually, student data then. Below student data, name, Martha, student number 21929. Then must go on, but oh, wait. Okay, where am I? This is happening. So that means site student data execute a line. Then IT name execute a line, it is student number execute a line. So since I don't know, see access I don't that variable in see access that variable name. I will see access directly outside the class. I will see direct see access that variable in name directly outside the class because in Jan a public. In upper line number 15, access the variable in access the variable in student number directly outside the class because in Jan a public. Yeah. Then after after this line, after this is executed, after this is executed, tabhalo on my console. So that means le variable is obtainable mahle. Le variable is student number sa. After the function team executed. Then ngoku xa sesitorishe eza detail ufuna uziprint again sebenza yiphi function lena ngibana ngoprint date. Yebo. Lena ngoprint date. Then ke ngoku sigqibile kantoni nge-struct sofa theory yazo ukusifunda and stuff. Into eseleyo ke ngoku uba ukwazi uunderstand uba okay xa siphume kanje sisolva kanjani, xa siphume kanje sisolva kanjani. I think ngoku ndikubonisile uba sicreathwa njani i-struct and uyasetha njani input kwi-struct and uyiprinta njani ntoni input kwi-struct. Yabo. And uyasibona uba sithini sibhalwa in separate parts naso just like the class. Yabo. Why senza loo nto? It's because we don't want into code redundancy. Number one, at the same time, sifuna ukuthini separate logical properties from into implementation. Number two, want to write into a clean code. Want to separate a class from implementation as well as a main program. Yeah, save one. Thumbs up, please. So that's one must Amazon. Oh, one again. So now let's go to the question paper last year. Let's go to the question paper last year, which is obviously test one. Test one, then test two. Test two is a pointers. So it's the opposite. Oh God, if it really appear. Okay. Numbers are no chat. Was not okay. So one. So I need to go in my channels and song again because we like classes as izinto siyazazi sonke nxa sisilapha. So ndinga ii-voices abantu ke sithe mazivuleke mike madoda zenze andile banele Sam siphelele aphelele mics azivuleke ngomthetho madoda. Number 8, kuthiwa why should a class have private members?
Mna bhuda ndiyakuva okuthetha oko bugqwele uvela ngoku buveze i-main app ka-student yile nto iphela ku-line number 8 khange iphinde isuke.
Uthini ke siya?
Ndithi kum oko buveze ile nto i-main function ka-struct student khange iphinde isuke. Ndiyakuva okuthetha andiziboni zonke into zangayo.
No, network yakho better. Shit. Go bad. Ndibona ba grouping. Go bad, go beat. Now a network nje. Yeah, I think guys, no apocalypse in network or internet connection because dang, yeah, bad network. Yeah, bad. But then abanye number bayeva ezinzi khani uvula imic sinive ii-voices zenu. Yeah, lena question ndikwi-question because 10 andisekho phaa kwi-structures bendisazi-explaina nje ii-structures so that abantu bazazi bazibone bazenziwa njani, implementation yakho sidiklerwa kanjani, i-main function yakhona iba njani. Now ndikwi-question paper. Let's suppose uba uyayibhala okanye similar to a question paper, suppose uyayibhala which contains intoni i-abstraction nantoni nee-classes. Sisonke ke ngoku. So niyayibona i-question paper yona? Ukayibona i-question paper nangoku?
Iyabonakala kum bra.
Yeah. So to A ke ngoku, why should a class have a private members? So a class kufuneka ibe private so that we can emphasize the process of the abstraction. We want to restrict the variables from being accessed. from being accessed directly outside the class. I want to emphasize the concept of information hiding. Number A, low. B, what does it mean for a member of a class to be static? So that means that member can be called using a scope resolution operator and a class name. Using an example, define an abstraction as a concise way as possible. So it's a bias of no seven it's a bias or so separate a logical properties from a implementation. For example, on a cell phone. On a cell phone, we don't really care about the engineering behind. We just care about the user functionalities. We don't really care about the engineering behind. So that's it. Number C. Number D, as discussed during the course, splitting programming into tray files is a good approach. Explain why. Okay, and you'll chat and explain up into
Hello, sorry. Cela ubuyele kuphi yangikhipha out.
Okay. Aphelele. Okay. For number B, what does it mean for a member of a class to be static? Oh yeah, I'm too fast because abantwana bami beva bethetha. And beva bethetha, so it's just like I'm xa uthetha wedwa yes ngokuba fast. Steve but andindikobisele le adapter kwesilembu izovuma. Yeah, yeah, bendisitsho guys uba ndipasa i-test because abantu abathethi, so it seems like thetha ndodwa but bezomane sima sidiscuss if abantu bethetha yabo. That's like ngokuthiwa mandiphendule so ndiyahamba ndikama ndiphendule yabo zocacisa. So if i-member chat phone laptop. If a member variable is declared with the word static, that means xa siyikhola lo member variable okanye siyi-accessa, yabo, that means we can use intoni i-class name as well as intoni charge. Charge. Yeah, charge. Yeah. So that means lo variables angakwazi uaccess sebenza ntoni i-class name nantoni scope resolution operator nantoni naloo member variable okanye naloo member ntoni naloo member ye-class ayibona, which is okanye loo function okanye loo variable if loo variable enjani e-public ayibona, iyavakala. Mamake mandize apha ku-program because No. Yes. So it's fine. Project. Some good one is about how to declare a variable to be static, but it's slow, so just wasted an expression. So important temporal variable is that a P is declared static. So that means that variable, when they access, I can just say the class name it is secret type. The way guys are going to do implementation file, by the way, it is secret type, the scope resolution operator, and then the TP, just like that. TP. That means there was access variable, just like that. But most of the time, the functions this is declaration about or static, but never variables as well as declaration about or static. So static to void static. Right. All right. So that is how we access or we manipulate a variable or a member function and declared the keyword and static. So we're 10. So yeah, value part of static is 18. Before
Yeah, I think they're
yeah. So now let's proceed with D. Usibe sendimenzile. C, kuthiwa use an example to define abstraction in a concise way as possible. So ngizothini? Mina ngizothi abstraction is a separation of the logical properties from implementation. Then ngiye ndithi, for example, ndithi ke ngoku we want to hide information. We want to hide for example, on a cell phone, the manufacturers they want to hide the engineering part or the functionality or the engineering behind the cell phone. They want to show us a simple interface that is user friendly, that we can work with, so that we cannot touch the engineering part. Because imagine like if ifowuni ubukwazi uyibona iintambo zombane, ubone ogesi, ubuzozibona sewemosha at some point. It's just like a laptop. Babe kuthiwa inayo ikhava le, uyayibona uba kwenzeka ntoni behind, uyayibona. So ngumzekelo we-abstraction lo, uyayibona, just like imoto. Ubona ii-pedals and stuff, awuboni uba kwenzeka ntoni behind the engine wemoto ihambayo. Uba uyibha kwinjini umanipulate uba akwenzeke something, uyayibona. Ubona only the part evele kuwe kahle kahle, uyayibona, which is the interface. We don't see the engineering details or functionalities that are happening behind the scenes. That is abstraction. Boniswa only the important parts. The unimportant parts too awuziboniswa. So sifuna ubonisa into ezibalulekileyo kuwo. Wena ifowuni ufuna ufowuna ngayo qha, ufuna ukuthi hi uphi, uyayibona. Awukho interested ukubona uba xa ndifowuna kwenzeka ntoni kwi-signal, iyahamba isignal kwi-cell tower, then i-cell tower bounces back to another phone, and then from another phone kwi-cell tower, then from that cell tower iphinde ibuyele back. Yabo awufuni loo nto wena, ufuna only to say hi uphi, yabo azoweqa, yabo. So that is abstraction, umzekelo abstraction in as concise way as possible. Using an example, singatsho kanje. Siyevile le sidlule. Sithe yevakala bhuti. Sithe.
I think bavile ungaqhita.
Yeah. Then size ku D, as discussed during the course, splitting a program into 3 separate files or into 3 files is a good approach. Explain why. So separating e-code into 3 separate files help us by there's someone put that. Yes, Pelele. Data board.
Lewa.
Ufuna uthetha okanye ndiqhubelele?
Gqibelele.
Sure. So kuthiwa ke ngoku number D, as discussed during the course, splitting the program into 3 files is a good approach. Explain why. Sifuna ukwazi uba kutheni ikhodi yethu sizoyisplita into 3 separate files kwi-approach right okanye kwi-approach elungileyo. Kwi-approach elungileyo, number 1, code redundancy. Ikhodi yethu ayizuba sesichibile. Yabo, that means ayizuba messy. Number 2, it's gonna be easy to spot errors because the code now is separated into separate files, and incinci or ayisekho redundant. Ayisekho la file one, this is Xhafile. So now it's easy to spot errors. Number 3, it's easy to divide umsebenzi now. Ngakunika ndithi spare ka create a class, ndithi sithembise ka create implementation, ndithi aphelele ka create main function. Yabo, yayikwazi ukudivide umsebenzi. Yabo, so that means now intoni i-cost iyasave in terms of i-cost. Yabo, i-development cost, that it is saver in terms of what? A development cost. Yabo. Number 4, which is number 4, the concept of the abstraction. That means I can just like umuntu xa ifuna class, limnike class, andingamniki intoni implementation part. So now akayiboni implementation implementation. So that emphasizes intoni that concept of information hiding as well as intoni abstraction, because ngakubonisa class kuphela okanye uza ndiyibonise i-main function kuphela, ayizubona uba kwenzeka ntoni kwi-implementation file, ayizubona uba kwenzeka ntoni kwi-class. Yabo, save, siyadlula ngoku yabethu 11. So siye ku-number E, name of the classes. Write down the definition of the class that has the following properties. Yeah, that's all the questions. It's a bunch of questions of coding. To write down the definition of the class that has the following properties. The name of the class is secret type. So igama class is secret type. The class type has 4 properties: name, age, weight, height. So the class in secret type ine-properties eziyi-4, engu-name, engu-age, engu-weight, as well as height. Yabo. So let's go to IDE. Siyozenza kuthiwa ina-4 properties. Secret type, oh good. So it's about private, obviously. So try in a name, in a height, in a weight, in a name, age, weight, height, age, then age, finish John, work on Basama. So the name of the class is secret type. So check. Then put in 4 properties. So it's name, height, weight, age, check. Then sibuyele question again. Then the question 2, then we'll go to number Roman figure 2. The class secret type has the following function. Print outputs are the data. Print auto print outputs the data with the properties titles. Set name, set age, set weight, set height, get name, get age, get weight, get height. Get height and a constructor of the default parameters. Okay. So that means these are functions. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Then we're going to lay piles and the constructor with default parameters. If go to a constructor with different parameters. Now, I understand that part.
I understand that part.
Oh. Must pass to the app with the public as a function which is set age and it was part of Pepe so void to set age and the age I can do data type your corner and this apparently is data type string weight and load as the device is data types is for kind of file weight small data type things is choosing on weight. So the weight can because most of the time they get weight. Even the height can be float. So when I use float for these, then the age as long as integer, then that means up and integer. Then during void again, there's a new variant, new package function come. You see set or was set get name. So when you get age const then void set then string parameter then this is then go in explode string get name then const so then void set height set height it will be float so let's the float get height so one const was as a function in a scale of void set weight in parameter float weight and then float get weight and then a const because the access a function another const. Then if you have then void print and const. Then again spin is then default parameters. Then parameter weight or spell la cause the answer to understand spin construct with default parameters. So let's pass it if there's parallel for construct, so parallel for construct at certain type, that's a secret. A secret. Sorry about that. Yeah. Okay, no problem. Weight is equal to 0.0. Then being height. Height is equal to 0.0. I think it's clearly numbers 8. So this is the default constructor. The default constructor is used to initialize what? A variable z. Default constructor is used to initialize what? A variable z. Then can go, what if I just do this? And then we are almost done. So son of ezinye sazenza esikolweni wrong spelling, ungenza spelling as wrong the exam. About height, the spelling is wrong. Height, H, that's nice. So that is a constructor with the default parameters. So that is a constructor with the default parameters. Are we together, gentlemen and ladies? Or ladies and gentlemen? Siyadlula ngoku. Let's proceed. So let me show you this first. So this is question. That was question E. Yeah, that was question E. Now on question F, so we just have to write down the definitions of the 10 member functions. Definition. So we have to write down the definitions of all the 10 member functions of the class secret type on question F. So we know how to write the definitions, most team. And we need balance to separate parts, where those were any clash. So first step, I'll just copy. and paste. Copy. Then DT secret type scope resolution operator. Yes. Then there's the upper. The return type. Then the class name, which is secret type. Then it is scope resolution operator. The int age. So just say age. I have to put the underscore so that it's a massive file. So age is equal to age. Our age only underscore underscore. So is it then a return type, the class name, secret type. Then this is scope resolution operator. Then I'm going back. It's then we'll return age. So we put a paper in the ones. Also, we put a computer. We have computer apparat to string. So up is the same thing. Class name, secret type, scope resolution operator. Then bring one going to name, so it's name, so equal to name, job one. So then a len string get name. So again, class name, secret type, then scope resolution operator. Then we'll return name. Then one, then a void, then a command class, secret type, scope resolution operator. Then we load for height and to read the capital letter H. DT height is equal to H and when the my height and get height. So on this question, I just return the height. I want to say we'll city of PG definition reality, but just put the return type. On this part, you put the class name, which is secret type. Then we will scope resolution operator. And what scope resolution then show return and one height. So return a private variable with declarable class or return. Okay. The void set weight. Indentation context. Void set weight, but one of no answer. No code then. Just that also is a testing on our table of value test. Set height. So set height, no weight. So upper weight, or just say weight. Just put it in a tab so that you can post and cache. Weight is equal to W. It's just it's a test, so like a program when they come out or something. Then this is our class name, which is secret type. Then this copy operator get weight. Then get weight or return the weight, which is private, and 10. That weight, which is private weight. Then what else? Then print secret type, secret type, secret type. Secret type. Then after a print, I will see out to name from the user to name. So energy get name. Hey, now and it is the out. Say time. So that means there's about 4 statements inside the print function. So yeah. Of a constant, we have also a definition inside the print function. What is this print? I don't as variables that using the second functions was as a variable that was say private. So that means you have to use the get functions in order for us to access them. I'll call it alarm. That's good. So then so wait, wait, then get wait, then get wait. Then we are all set. Yeah. So any questions? Once I'm done with this, 10 marks, 10 marks, 10 member functions, shit, that sucks. So yeah, any date. Yeah, so born and gone, so I do. Man, Bogula.
Sorry. Ubuza apha ku-F. So apha funeka sibhale i-implementation ne-main function apha ku-F.
Hayi, ubhala implementation, ubhala le nto uthi uyibhale. Thanks, man. Sam. If you write down the definitions of all the 10 member functions, or to write down the definitions of all the 10 member functions of the class secret type, make each accessor function constant. Yabo, nathi le nto besiyenzileyo, yabo, nabo ba-constant bakhona, zi-accessor functions eziyazibo. So sisifake la cons, yabo. So ubhala only definitions, or excuse me, or kwinto nje ongayibuzanga, yabo. Uvele uzobhala nje le nto incwadi nakho uthi F uqale kanje uye kanje, yabo, nge-F wakho wonke, yabo. Ukhode msema uqala
Oh, hayi, ndiyayibona yona.
phela F wakho. Nijongile errors nifakile link pha YouTube.
Hayi, mna andikayi phaa, sandovuka ngoku. Ndiye kodwa emveni kwale klasi.
No, the classes. Yeah, masilaleni bras niyayibona sinceda le nto nani ladies. Sobuye senze ezinye ngomso. Enjoy, man. Malik, where are you? Where are you? Malik. Malik. Lifa ngonto ngayibona kumele ufake go quick access, you know. Ndiyabona ngathi ngiyakhola ayifuni iklala kodwa nithula nithini. Emsemane.
Sure, right.
Malik at the back. At the back. Yabo. Uzojonga apha ku-713, page 713. Izophendula ezi exercises. The member variables must be of the member variables of the class must be of the same type. Was the member functions of the class, the member functions of the class must be public. The was by private, but true. So the member function must be public. A class can have more than one constructor. And that's true because states parameter construct as well as the default construct. A class can have more than one destructor, that is false. It is destructed by one. Then we talk about constructors and destructors. We talk about constructors and destructors and parameters. That is false. Let me show you why. It destructs and it destruct secret type, inner parameters, inner return type. Color with this. So this is called a destructor. It deallocate in memory. It deallocate in memory when the program gets outside this code. So that is it doing destruct. To find the syntax errors in the definitions of the following classes. So of money is into a syntax error. So on A, it's coming a syntax error on A. So class A, value, private, public, int x. So this, that is not syntax error. And yeah, hope is highlighted. Yeah. Ligama le-class. So it's more like bebezama ukuthi the parameter constructor, but then by file return type in parameter constructor return type. So iba strong O B B. So is the error here, and the error up akuvalwanga ikho la colon ebona ngivalwa ngantona semicolon, kuvalwa ngisemicolon pha, kuvalwa semicolon apha angivalwanga semicolon. So that means the class definition ayikapheli. Yebo. Then size apha sizojonga on C. C. Or the same thing was C. We parameter construct by file return type but on code, which is wrong. And the syntax error. By file a return type, a parameter construct, which is wrong. This is the upper wall number 3. So number 3, so I'll just do number 3 and then I was born. Let's see. okanye ezinye zozenza eklasini or so how many members does class X class have? So void function 1, void bring 2, X class 3, X class and double 4, then into W, okay. So that's 6 members. How many private members does the class X have? 2. How many constructors does the class have? Constructors 2. Write the definition of the member. So write down the definition of the member function so that U is set to 10 and W is set to 15.3. So I have need by 25 by group in the board right now. Write the definition. As definition just parallel just correct but the wrong answer, right? Yeah, then as continue. As near the class. Yeah, let me sleep, guys. Good luck in. I'll see you tomorrow. Peace.